Okay, in this video I'm going to talk about the GIMP application that is used for image editing. I will only cover two basic things here. The first one is how to remove the background of an image and then save it as a PNG, a transparent image. And the second part that I will cover is the layers, how we can use the layers. Okay, before we get into this, let us just have a look at the look and feel of the GIMP, this application. To change it, you can go to Edit, Preferences, and then here you have Theme. You can select any of these themes from here. Then you can select the icon theme also. At the moment is the colored one. And the last one is your toolbox. Here all the tools are visible. If I want to put them into similar tools into a single group, I can come and check this box, and you can see here it shows you similar type of tools into a single group. Okay, now we will open an image. You can open the image from here also, file, open, and then browse through the folders, or you can simply come here and drag that image that you want to work on. You can come to the application and drop it into this area. Okay, here we have the image. Now we want to remove this background, the black one. This is the background color of this image, so we want to get rid of this one. Now the first thing that you do is you come and right click the image here under the layers area and then click add alpha channel. By doing that, we will get a transparent background. Now this is the tool that I'm going to use here, fuzzy select tool. Okay, now when you click this tool, the pixel that you click or the area that you click, it's going to pick that color and then try to select all those pixels that belong to that color. Unless it finds a different color, then it stops there. It doesn't go beyond that, a different color. So when I click this one, you can see all this area is selected. Now I can press the delete key on the keyboard, and now you see that it is deleted, but still we have these black color, and the reason is that this is enclosed in a different color. That's why it was not deleted. But we can delete this one like this, one by one. So when you're working on an image, it takes some time to get a perfect result. But we can just delete this one. Okay, you can see we did get rid of a lot of black in this image. Now this is our final image, but we cannot use this image in other applications. The reason is that this one has the format of this application GIMP. The GIMP image looks something like this, the icon in fact, and it has the extension XCF. So this image cannot be opened by other applications. So what we have to do, we need to export this image as a PNG file. PNG is for all those images that have transparent background or they have transparent area in the image. So I will come to File, then Export As, and then here I can simply come and write the name. Let's say image 4, and this one I can write here PNG, the extension, or I can select the extension from here also. You can see here it has PNG. From here, select file types, and then I will save it. It's what? Image 4. Then it will ask me for export again. I will just click that. So now this image has been exported as a PNG file. So let's just go and see if it is there or not. Here we have image 4. Now to confirm that this one has a transparent background, we will just add this into a PowerPoint slide. We have image 4. Okay, now you can see the background, it shows white here, but still we will change the background color of our slide. We have here solid fill. Let us select, let's say, you can see here this image does not have any background color. Okay, the next image that I'm going to use is this one. Okay, now here we also have black background. We have to remove this one. Our tool is selected, the fuzzy select tool. Now I'll come and click here and see what happens. You can see it has just selected one point only. Let's see now. Now it's one line. So now it is not selecting the whole area. Let us add the alpha channel. Now the reason, like I explained before, the point that you click on the image, that pixel, it's going to pick that color and select only that color in that picture, unless it finds a different color there. It works like a bucket. If you have used it in paintbrush, a similar style is used there. Now for example, let me explain that one also here. Okay, this is our now I have a circle here. I select this bucket tool which says fill with color. Let's say I select this one. Now when I click outside, you can see it only colors the outside area. It did not go inside because it was a closed figure. There is no point from where this color can enter because this is a bucket, right? So you're just pouring the color onto the empty area. Now if I use this one here, you can see this one is yellow and it did not spoil anything here. Now see what happens. I'm going to just break this one so that it's empty here. Now I come and choose, let's say, another color. Now you see what happens. It is all green and here it found a different color, right? So that's why it stopped here. Now what we can do, we have something like this and I break this one again and I click here. Now see, the whole area has been colored with that selected color because there was a gap here and the color was able to fill this area also. Similarly, if I do it here, still I get the same result. So exactly the same thing is happening in GIMP in this case. So it is only selecting this one. Now I will magnify this one and show you. You can see when we zoom in, you can see these are two different colors. So when I click here, it only selects one small square. When I click here, it selects the whole line because all of it is black. It means we cannot use this fuzzy select tool in this case to remove the background. It's not going to be easy. So there are other tools also. We have one more tool which is the free select tool, right? Okay, now how we are going to select this one? To zoom in, you can press Control key and the roller on your mouse. This free select tool, you just click here and then move the mouse to the next point. Okay, once you are done with selecting, you need to come and click the starting point of this selection so that you get a closed shape, right? So I click this one. Now this all area is selected. But the problem here is that I don't want to delete this area. I want to keep this one. Now if I press the delete key, that area disappears, right? I don't want to do that. So first I can do one thing, right click, edit and copy, or control C, and then I can come to edit menu, paste as, new image. Now you can see I have the new image with those 3 selections that I have done. Okay, this is one way of doing it. Another, okay, when we're using this tool, you can go with straight lines, simply click and move the mouse, no need to drag it, right? You have something like this, you can delete it, or you can click and drag the mouse, so you can also do something like this, right? Okay, now what we want to do, we want to keep this all bars and remove the background. So we will have to start like that. Let's say I start from outside here so that I can select. Okay, I will start from here and I can come here. Okay, I'm just going to select it roughly. I'm not going to do a I'm clicking outside because I want to select the whole outer area. Now I have selected the whole area. I can press the delete key and you can see that that area is removed. So get a perfect one, you need to spend some time on it and then go through very slowly to select it nicely so that only these ones are visible while the other things are not there. So this is the other tool that you can use to remove the part of your picture or the background, whatever you call that. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to work on layers, how to create the layers. Now the first thing that I'm going to do here is to open some images. We can do, we can open as layers directly or we can open as images. So first I'm going to open them as images. Okay, these are the 5 images I'm going to. Now when you come and drop these images in this area, what happens, they open separately, right? Now what you can do, the next part is that we drop one by one. Let's say I drop this one first here, then I can drop the same one here again, and you can see here it opens as a separate image. So this is the area that is called where the layer area, and all the images will be here as a separate layer. So I'm going to open all of them in that area. Okay, now we have 2 of them. Okay, we have the third one. Now this is a very big image. I think it's a wrong one that we have downloaded. Okay, I'm going to download the other one also. So let us see. Then this one also. Okay, we have all our images. Okay, one is remaining. Okay, now we have all our images here as layers. Now here you can see all these ones are shown as separate layers. Let us okay, now see, you can see an eye icon here, which means that we can hide these images also, right? So whichever image we want to view, we can simply open that one. Now why I'm doing this? Now for example, let's start with the first one here. Let's say this one. Now when we are creating such images, we do not want this background to be there, right? So we need to remove this background. Now I can work individually on each image. I don't have to open a separate image and work there, or it's not going to spoil your final image, because every image is a separate image but they're all put together as layers. So we are on this layer at the moment, right? So I can simply come and delete the background for this layer, right? We need to click add alpha channel and then we can click delete. So that layer is the background is gone. Now we hide this one and come back to this bird here, right? You need to click here to select that bird also, remember that. Okay, now I click this and I have to add the alpha channel so that I can remove that. Then we will hide this one and come to our clouds. Once again we click add alpha channel and we can remove the background. Now we will come to this one. Okay, now we have all the images. Now let us just remove this one, or let this one be like that. Okay, now you can see that we have all the images but they are not in order, so we need to put them in order. Now remember one thing, if that image is the first one as on the lowest level, then even here in this layer hierarchy that image should be at the bottom, like this one. This is our background, right? So we have this one as the last one, this is good. Okay, it's in the right place. Okay, I can rearrange these images by simply clicking this. You can see here it's on the top. Now if I make all of them visible, you can see here this is the only one that is visible at the moment. This one is not visible. So if I want this house to be visible, I can simply come and click like this. You can see the house is visible now, right? So now what we need to do, we need to have this one as the first layer here. Okay, now the other ones can be, we need to hide this one. Okay, now we need to just place these ones. We will select this move tool. Okay, now the house is a little bigger than the image that we have. So what we can do, we can select one more tool here. We can hide the other one. We need to bring this one down. Let's say this one should be the second one in the list, right? Now to make this house a little smaller, we are going to use this tool here, which is the scale tool. You select that tool and come and click the image. Now you can make it, let's say this much. Then you need to come and click the scale button here, right? Let us remove this one. This is the scale, so you need to click this one, then this image is rearranged. Now here you can see that it shows you a floating selection. It means this part, this one is displayed here as a floating selection. So now I'm just going to make this one as house 1, right? And this one is not required, so we can right click and delete that layer. Now I am here on this house. I will try to move this one to the right place. Let's say we put it here. Okay, then the tree. Okay, the tree is also very big. We need to change the size for this tree. Right, then we click the scale and then we can move this one somewhere here. Okay, then we have tree. Where is this is the bird. Once again the bird is very big. We will come and you will click the scale button also. and then we have the cloud also, right? So cloud looks okay, I think. So now we have a final image. We can save this image in any format we want. We will just export this one as a, we are in the same folder as a JPG. Right, we will just name that. It will ask you to export again, so we will click and we will come here and have a look at it. Here is our image, this one. So when you double click this, you can view the image. We have all different images here, right? So this is how you can work on layers to create a good looking image.